A former Indiana Fever standout star.
The return of Briann January.
One of the best guards in the league right now.
Greatest players to ever lace him up in franchise history.
The Indiana Fever just pulled off a major move, and this could change everything for the team. They've officially signed Briann January, one of the best assistant coaches in the WNBA. If you know anything about January, you know she's a defensive mastermind, a former WNBA champion, and a respected leader on and off the court. Bringing her back to Indiana is a massive step forward for the Fever as they rebuild for a stronger future. But that's not the only big news. There's also a huge update on Caitlin Clark that could shake up the team's plans and potentially impact the WNBA as a whole. Could this be the start of a new era for the Fever? Let's dive into all the details and what this means for the team's future.
A former Indiana Fever standout star now returning to the team, serving as an assistant coach.
The Fever have announced Briann January is joining Stephanie White's staff. January helped lead the team to the 2012 WNBA championship, and she currently ranks #2 for all time in games played and assists.
The Indiana Fever have made a game-changing move by bringing back franchise legend Briann January as their new assistant coach. This isn't just a routine hire, it's a bold statement of intent.
Entering the coaching field, I started at my alma mater working for one of my mentors, and my coach especially was big on strong women leaders. And so learning from her, that was my introduction to coaching. And then transitioning to the W, I was working in the W for a league that empowers women all the time. This transition to the Pistons, working with men, is a very new environment for me. However, I've been surrounded by so much support.
January, a former WNBA champion and defensive standout, brings a wealth of experience, leadership, and an intimate understanding of the game. Her return to the Fever is more than a homecoming. It's a strategic power play aimed at building a championship culture. January's deep ties to the organization, combined with her coaching expertise, will be invaluable in guiding the team's young core, including rising stars like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. With her defensive mindset and winning pedigree, January's presence on the coaching staff reinforces the Fever's commitment to excellence. This hire isn't just about adding another coach, it's about setting the foundation for sustained success in Indiana.
The return of Briann January to the Indiana Fever is the return of one of the greatest players to ever lace him up in franchise history. Known for her cerebral style of play, lockdown defense, and expert passing as a player, January now provides all of those attributes and knowledge as a coach.
A homecoming for a legend. Briann January is no stranger to the Indiana Fever or their devoted fans. As a key member of the franchise for nearly a decade, she helped define the team's identity with her elite defense, high basketball IQ, and relentless work ethic. A WNBA champion with the Fever in 2012, January was the backbone of the team during her playing days, earning the admiration of both teammates and supporters. Now, in a full-circle moment, she returns to Indiana in a coaching role, bringing a wealth of experience and leadership to a young, promising roster. January's impact on the Fever goes beyond her on-court contributions. She was a true professional, a vocal leader, and a player who thrived under pressure. Her ability to lock down opponents defensively, orchestrate the offense, and provide a calming presence in big moments made her indispensable during the team's championship run. That same competitive spirit and strategic mind will now be channeled into her coaching, where she will mentor and develop the next generation of Fever stars. Her familiarity with the organization, its culture, and its passionate fan base will allow her to seamlessly transition into her new role. With a young core featuring talents like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, January's leadership will be invaluable in helping the team take the next step toward contention. More than just a coaching hire, her return signals a renewed commitment to building a championship culture in Indiana. Fans who once cheered for January as a player will now see her guiding the team from the sidelines, ensuring that the winning mentality she helped establish continues to shape the Fever's future. Coaching experience and impact. Since retiring from professional basketball, January has built an impressive coaching resume. She spent time as an assistant coach at Arizona State, where she helped develop young talent at the collegiate level. Most recently, she served as an assistant coach for the Connecticut Sun, one of the WNBA's most consistent teams in recent years. Her experience working with elite players and understanding the nuances of the modern WNBA game makes her an invaluable addition to Indiana's coaching staff. Her defensive mindset will be particularly crucial for the Fever. During her playing days, January was a multiple-time all-defensive team selection, and she knows how to instill discipline and tenacity in a team's defensive schemes. The Fever, who struggled defensively last season, will greatly benefit from her expertise. Her ability to communicate and teach defensive principles will be a major asset in transforming the Fever's defensive identity. Additionally, January's experience coaching at both the collegiate and professional levels provide her with a unique perspective. She understands the transition young players must make from college to the WNBA, which will be essential in helping the Fever's young core develop. Her presence on the bench will be an invaluable resource for players looking to refine their skills and grow their confidence. Briann January's arrival is a game changer for Caitlin Clark. Briann January's addition to the Indiana Fever coaching staff is a pivotal moment for Caitlin Clark. The #1 overall pick and one of the most highly anticipated rookies in WNBA history, now has a mentor who understands what it takes to succeed at the professional level. Clark, renowned for her elite shooting, deep range, and offensive brilliance, will benefit tremendously from January's experience, particularly in areas where she needs the most growth: defense, leadership, and overall game management. One of the biggest concerns regarding Clark's transition to the WNBA is her defensive capabilities. While she dominated offensively in college, the professional game presents new challenges, with opponents who are faster, stronger, and more skilled. January, a 6-time WNBA all-defensive team selection, brings a wealth of knowledge in this area. Under her guidance, Clark will be pushed to develop a stronger defensive mindset, learning how to position herself better, anticipate plays, and hold her own against elite perimeter players. This development will be crucial for Clark as she adapts to the physicality and pace of the league. Beyond defense, January's experience playing alongside great point guards and defending some of the best defensive players in WNBA history will provide Clark with invaluable insights. January knows firsthand what elite guards like Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and Chelsea Gray do to succeed at the highest level. She will be able to offer Clark strategies on how to handle different defensive schemes, read the floor more effectively, and elevate her basketball IQ to an even higher level. Clark has already shown an incredible ability to perform under pressure, but having January as a mentor will help her refine her decision-making and composure in crucial moments. The WNBA season is a grueling test of endurance, both physically and mentally, and January's presence will help Clark navigate the ups and downs that come with being a franchise cornerstone. As Clark continues to evolve, expect January's influence to be a driving force in shaping her into not just an offensive superstar, but a complete, well-rounded player capable of leading the Fever to sustained success. A team poised for success, Briann January's impact on the Fever.
Briann is probably one of the best guards in the league right now.
The Indiana Fever have been in rebuild mode for the past few seasons, but the pieces are finally falling into place. With Caitlin Clark leading the charge as the #1 overall pick, Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, and now Briann January providing elite coaching, the Fever are shaping up to be a serious contender in the WNBA. January's hiring is a key piece of this transformation, signaling that the team is not just looking to be competitive, but to set the foundation for long-term championship aspirations. January's impact isn't just about strategy and X's and O's, it's about changing the culture. She knows firsthand what it takes to win a WNBA championship, having been part of the Fever's 2012 title run. That winning mentality will be critical in moulding this young core. which is brimming with talent but lacks the experience needed to go all the way. January will instill the values of hard work, resilience and focus that are essential for sustained success in the league. The Fever's front office has been strategic in building a team that aligns with their long-term goals. From drafting high-impact players like Clark and Boston to now securing January as a coach, the organisation is making moves with purpose. With January's championship pedigree, the Fever are setting themselves up to be more than just a competitive team. They're laying the groundwork to become a legitimate contender in the years to come. Fever fans energised by Briann January's hiring. Fever fans have been buzzing with excitement ever since the news broke about Briann January's return to the team as an assistant coach. Social media has been flooded with praise, with many calling this move one of the best the franchise has made in recent years. The combination of Caitlin Clark's arrival and January's hiring has injected a fresh sense of hope and energy into the fan base, reigniting enthusiasm for the team's future. For many long-time Fever supporters, January's return feels like a return to the franchise's glory days when they were a perennial playoff contender. Her connection with the fan base is strong, and her presence on the sidelines brings a level of familiarity and trust that will resonate throughout Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Fans know what January represents: leadership, grit, and a commitment to excellence. Her leadership and work ethic will also serve as an inspiration to the Fever's young roster. As a player who's competed at the highest level and won a championship, January understands the dedication it takes to succeed. Her mentorship will push players to give their all every day. Fans recognise the significance of this hire and see it as a key step in helping the Fever reclaim their status as a top-tier WNBA team. A broader impact on women's basketball. Beyond the immediate boost to the Indiana Fever, Briann January's hiring represents a significant trend in women's basketball. Former WNBA players transitioning into coaching roles and shaping the next generation. More than ever, teams are recognising the value of having former players on the sidelines, bringing first-hand experience and deep knowledge of the game to their coaching strategies. January's journey from player to coach underscores the importance of having experienced women lead WNBA franchises. She has lived the challenges and triumphs that today's young players face, making her an ideal mentor. Her presence on the bench reinforces the idea that the best teachers are those who have already walked the path. This move also serves as an inspiration for aspiring female coaches, proving that there is a growing place for women in leadership positions within the sport. As women's basketball continues to gain popularity and recognition, having legends remain involved in coaching adds to the league's credibility. Fans and analysts alike appreciate seeing former stars pass down their knowledge, ensuring that the WNBA's legacy continues to thrive for generations to come. January's return is more than just a coaching hire, it's a symbol of the league's evolution. Final thoughts. The Indiana Fever just made a power move by bringing Briann January back into the fold. Her impact as an assistant coach will be felt immediately, both in terms of player development and team culture. With Caitlin Clark's arrival already making headlines, adding a championship-winning, defensive-minded coach like January only solidifies the Fever's bright future. The WNBA is changing, and Indiana is positioning itself to be at the forefront of the next great era. January's return isn't just about nostalgia, it's about setting a standard of excellence. Fever fans, buckle up, this team is about to get exciting. With Briann January now on the coaching staff and major developments surrounding Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever are making serious moves to reshape their future. This franchise has been rebuilding for years, but now they might finally have the right pieces in place to make a deep playoff run. So, what do you think? Will January's leadership and defensive expertise be the missing piece? And how will Caitlin Clark's latest update impact the team? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest WNBA news. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you